Hi everyone, this is Dr. Joe with Bits and Pieces. This question comes from Michelle, who says, my neighbor said she was grieving because she lost her job. When I challenged her about it because she was comparing this loss to the death of my husband to suicide, she said grief is grief. Dr. Joe, what are your feelings about this? Okay, this may not be a popular view, and you're welcome to disagree respectfully. I actually don't like the dilution of the word grief because I feel like it contributes to myths about grief and reduces and singularizes grief's complexity. Most people who lose their jobs might feel sad or afraid, but is it the same as what that person would feel if that person lost a sibling or parent or child or partner to death? I doubt it. Grief is not a singular monolithic emotion. Grief is a complex constellation of many emotions: sadness, anger, shame, guilt, regret, envy, despair, anguish, confusion, fear, terror, frustration. I mean, the list goes on. There's so many emotions that constitute grief. So I'd actually love to see our language around all loss be more precise and specific. If I lost my job, for example, even one I love very much, I might be able to say, I'm really sad I lost my job, or I'm really irritated, or I'm confused. But for me, prefer to reserve the concept of grief as a state of being, and a complex and nuanced one at that. That happens when someone we dearly love dies. I acknowledge I'm biased because of my work, but I think that to benefit those who are most vulnerable, and these are people who get out of bed every day and aren't sure they want to get out of bed every day because the person they love most in the world died. So I'd rather err on the side of being, sort of terminologically conservative so that we don't further the myths around grief or trivialize what grief means and thus what it means to bury someone we love so much, knowing that that person's place in our life can never be supplanted by anyone or anything else. We can get another job, maybe even one we love more than our old job, but our loved ones are not replaceable. What we lost in death can never be refound, and there can never be a satisfactory substitution for that big hole in our lives. Thank you for the question, Michelle. I know there are probably others who wondered about that too. Those are just my opinions. You can respectfully disagree. This is Dr. Joe with Bits and Pieces, ahimsa for all beings.